I think sometimes it can feel like Groundhog Day in Ireland, because every time we take a leap forward and become a more open and progressive society for our people, and especially our women, we seem to get dragged back to an Ireland of the past. And that's what it feels like today, to stand here and have to make the case for why the National Maternity Hospital must be publicly owned and, more importantly, must be publicly controlled. If we do not learn from our past, then we will repeat the mistakes. Nobody is denying that the Church in Ireland has played a significant role in providing education and healthcare to many when the state did not. But we also have to recognise that they played a significant role in stymieing the provision of care and of maintaining control of the type of care that was provided. If we take the case of St Dalton's Hospital, a child-centred hospital that catered for women and children and was run by women, multi-denominational women, independent women, women who recognised the impact of poverty on health. My own father was reared by a single mother in the 1940s and was a patient of St Dalton's and benefited from its foresight. But when proposals were put forward to expand the hospital and amalgamate it with the National Children's Hospital, there were echoes of what we see with the National Maternity Hospital. Archbishop Byrne opposed such a merger solely on the grounds of religion. And to quote him on the time, the danger of naturalistic and wrong teaching on sex instruction or adolescent problems is a powerful argument for retaining the custody of children in Catholic hands. The power of the Catholic Church in the Free State was such that the proposed merger then of the two hospitals never took place, and instead the Catholic Church placed the faith of Catholic children over their health, and it was another 20 years before we got a new children's hospital. Likewise, when it comes to maternity care in Ireland and the influence of the Church, my own mother had first-hand experience when she gave birth to my brother in the 1960s. My brother died in childbirth, and my mother never got to see him. The nuns took him away. They immediately buried him in an unmarked grave in Glasnevin, and she was simply told to go home and try again. Well, my mother never got over the loss of my brother and the cruel manner in which the nuns treated her, because an unbaptised child was not deemed worthy of mourning or a proper burial. And in fact, it was not until the 1990s that the state recognised the existence of children like my brother. So I know people will argue that times have changed and we've moved on, but have we really? Look at the mother and baby institutions and how we are still treating the survivors today. Women deserve so much better than the assurances that we are being given by the government that they will be able to access all of the services and all the future services that will be legal in this state in our National Maternity Hospital. Women deserve cast iron guarantees. Too long, women's health has been to the back of the queue, and even today, after repeal, we still have only half of the maternity hospitals and only 1 in 10 GPs offering abortion services. If the Sisters of Charity are really sincere in their offer to gift the land to the state for the National Maternity Hospital, then it has to be just that, a gift with no strings attached, no subsidiary boards. It must be a full transfer of ownership. And when we hear the nuns are gone, yes, the nuns might be gone, but the Catholic vested interests are still there. They're still controlling think tanks in this country that get on the airwaves every day and dictate about women's health care. So nobody wants to delay the delivery of first-class maternity care to women in Ireland. But if we have learned nothing from the past experiences of church and medical care in this country, it's that at the core of the church's role in medical care is control. It always has been and it always will be, and that's why the women of Ireland deserve a national maternity hospital, publicly owned and publicly controlled.